Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are talking right now with Al McMordie from BigAl.com, returning guest. We're going to preview another Pac-12 game, college football, Week 8. I don't know, man. You know, Al, I think I'm going to split your record up into Pac-12 games and non-Pac-12 games. It's not fair to combine them, right?
Well, it's interesting. I wanted to do the game between Notre Dame and Florida State, but you had a handicapper on that game, so this was my second choice.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking with all these games, and I appreciate you giving your opinions, but, tell everyone what your record is really like at your site, what your site, BigAl.com, is all about, because I know you've had a long-term record of success in multiple sports, especially in sports like NBA and NHL, where you can really grind out some nice profits over a long season.
Yeah, well, people who've been watching the videos all year know I got off to a slow start in the NFL. We started 9-12, finally had a good week last week in the NFL. We cashed all three of our top plays. We won our NFL division total of the year on the Giants, Eagles under the total. We also cashed our AFC West game of the year on the Oakland Raiders against the San Diego Chargers, and we hit all three of our top-rated plays. So it was finally a good week for us in the NFL. Last season, of course, 83-57 in pro football. So by the end of the year, I'm sure it'll be fine, but the first couple weeks in the NFL were dreadful for us.
Well, to all our viewers, I think you can go to Al's and expect him to be profitable in the NHL and in the NBA this season. As far as his pick on this game, I don't know, man. Pac-12, it's a pass for me. I'm telling you, it's a pass. Arizona State, 3 or 3.5 point home underdog. Arizona State's off a bye. Last year, Stanford played them twice, beat them twice by double digits at home and on the road. So maybe you're thinking that Arizona State just doesn't match up well with Stanford. But then again, Arizona State, before their bye, they beat a talented and an impressive USC team. So, they're coming off a win against USC, off a bye as a home dog. Do I really want to bet against them? Again, this one's a pass for me, but Al McMordie, what do you think?
Well, Taylor Kelly, the first-string Sun Devil quarterback, he may return for this game. Looks like he will return. It's questionable whether or not he actually starts or just comes off the bench and sees some action. But, Arizona State certainly didn't miss him in its last game, a 38-34 win at Southern Cal as an 11.5-point underdog. And they threw for over 500 yards in that contest. And you're right. I mean, this is a tough spot to go against Arizona State, playing with rest, home dog, with revenge. These are normally the types of teams I like to play on, but I'm going to make an exception here. I'm going to take the Stanford Cardinal. This is a classic matchup of offense versus defense. Stanford's giving up just 10 points per game against opponents who score over 29 points per game. Arizona State, on the other hand, is scoring over 41 points a game against defenses that give up 32.7 points per game. And when you get these kinds of matchups between offense and defense, I like taking the defensive ball club. And if you go back 35 years, if you get teams that give up 14 points or less, these teams are 55% ATS at game 6 forward against opponents that give up more than 14 points, provided our defensive juggernaut isn't favored by 10 or more points. That's the situation here. And this system also has been red hot. It's, besides being 55% over 35 years on very high volume, it's also cashed 11 in a row going back to October 26th of last season. Just last week, it was 2-0, cashing with the Duke Blue Devils against Georgia Tech, also cashing with Mississippi against Texas A&M, both upset winners in those two games. So I'm going to ride this red-hot system. I'm going to take the defensive juggernaut Stanford minus the short number against Arizona State.
The only question here to anyone looking at handicapping this game and that I have myself is, how much does the bye matter? Because, Arizona State, they're sitting there. They got 2 weeks. They're like, all right, guys, these guys beat us by double digits twice last year. We got 2 weeks to prepare, 2 weeks to gear up. How much does the bye matter here?
Well, there's no doubt the bye does matter. And if Arizona State was, if they played last week, I would be in love with Stanford. It is with the bye week. I just like Stanford.
Right now, -3 is a widely available number. And again, Stanford beat them by double digits at home and on the road twice last year. All right, thanks so much, Al.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.